Do you like Yu-Gi-Oh? Do you like progression-like content? Do you like to watch people suffer? Then you've come to the right place. I, Thundernumel, invite you to join me in a little adventure called Yu-Gi-Oh! Depression Series. We will start by opening one virtual booster box of Legend of Blue Eyes and we'll make a deck that we will pit against ranked opponents on Dueling Book. Based on our performance every week, we will get a different amount of points that we will be able to use to unlock new official Yu-Gi-Oh! Products in chronological order, or buy more of the products that we already unlocked. Let's suffer together by using unplayable garbage cards and try to climb the Dueling Book ladder. Well, hello, and welcome, dear viewer, to the first ever episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Depression Series. Watching other Yu-Gi-Tubers do their own takes on the genre of progression and sealed-only challenges made me start one of my own. But since I enjoy making everything I do a pain for myself, I decided to put in extra restrictions. Firstly, I will only be able to do 5 duels in a week, in order to prevent me from grinding up points. Depending on how well I do in duels, I'll be able to buy more booster packs and improve my strategies. Destroying 10 monsters will give me a point, as will doing 8000 direct damage to my opponents. Every game I win will give me 10 points. And every 10 likes on videos in this series will give me 1 point, for now. 1 point can be used to buy a booster pack, or unlock a new product in chronological order. At the start of every episode, we will get free 24 boosters of a core set we unlock, or 12 boosters and a seal product that we already unlocked. You may think this rule set is easy mode until you realize that we only start with Legend of Blue Eyes boosters. With those cards, we can't really hope to win, but who knows. It is also worth noting that since we are playing on duelingbook.com, PT concedes won't count toward wins, but rage quits might. As we become stronger, I will make collecting points harder as to not get too overpowered too fast. I hope I didn't make rules too hard to understand. And with all that being said, let's get into Legend of Blue Eyes set review and pack openings. Legend of Blue Eyes White Dragon was the first set of Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever released. It was released on March 8, 2002 in North America, and it includes some of the most iconic Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, such as Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Exodia the Forbidden One, Pot of Greed, Raigeki, and Polymerization. Our challenge goal for the next product is to pull a Dark Magician or a Blue Eyes White Dragon to unlock Yugi Starter Deck and Kaiba Starter Deck respectively. But we would also be very happy to pull one copy of Raigeki, any number of Dark Holes and or Trap Holes. To unlock Metal Raider booster box, we need to pull a Metal Dragon, Lesser Dragon, Steel Ogre Grotto, and a Polymerization, and to also summon the Metal Dragon in battle, and that's near impossible. It is also worth noting that if we pull a Pot of Greed, we cannot use it as we will be playing on ranked Dueling Book and it's banned there. Some other cards worth pulling are Man-Eater Bug, Hain, Monster Reborn, and I guess Remove Trap. With that being said, let's get into the opening. Well, this opening could have gone better. I guess it could have gone much better. We didn't get anything really. I mean, I guess we have Armor Ninja, that's our spell trap removal. Actually, spell removal. We have some equipped spells. Double Beaver Warrior, I guess that's a decent wall. Celtic Guardian, that's a decent... Jesus Christ, this is terrible. Okay, so we have, I guess, Dragon Capture Jar to counter dragon decks, maybe. Enchanting Mermaid, Firegrass, Fire Ryu, Flame Ghost, and 3 of those. I guess that's a good instant fusion target if we ever get to instant fusion. Flower Wolf, that's I guess a good attack in the Dolce, maybe. Let's see what else. Gaia the Fierce Knight. Well, that's a very sad beater. Double Gravedigger's Ghoul. That could be used to, I guess, counter some grave-centric decks. Hinotama to get our challenges faster, maybe. Carbonala Warriors, 3 of them. What else? We have Lesser Dragons. I think we have Grottos, but we didn't pull the polymerization, so we can't unlock Metal Raiders yet. We got our double remove trap. That's something, maybe. I don't know, Sandstone. Skull Redbird is a good beater, but just for LOB. I mean, it's terrible otherwise. We have Sparks, Spirit of the Harp. Yeah, there are Steel Ogre Grottos. We have one Sword of Revealing Light. That's like a decent-ish card, maybe to stall to get to our Gaia, I guess. And two-pronged attack. I mean, that's our only removal trap, so we might as well play it. We have 5 Urabis. Jesus. Okay, so this is even more depressing than I expected. Let's see what we can do. I don't know what to say. I mean, this deck is pretty terrible, even by LOB standards. We have 1 Armed Ninja to destroy 1 spell card on the field, but it's only when it's flip summoned. We have triple Reaper of the cards, because it looks cool, I guess, and maybe we can remove a Floodgate. But I mean, removing a Floodgate does nothing for us, since we can't make any plays to begin with. We have triple Armored Starfish, because it's an Armored Starfish, of course. We have double Beaver Warrior, a Celtic Guardian, a Frenzied Panda. I was thinking about making a beast-centric strategy, but we don't really have any decent support for them, and even if we did, it's pretty terrible anyways. We have 1 Gaia the Fierce Knight. It's our biggest beater. I guess it can get over some monsters if we can get him onto the field, which I don't imagine we can do. We have double Giant Soldier of Stone. This is good by LOB standards and horrendous by any other. We have Mystical Elf, triple Skull Redbird, Spirit of the Harp, triple 13th Grave. It's just a cool looking card, so I decided to include it. Triple Urabi, double Witty Phantom, a Dark Energy to synergize with our Fiends, Reaper and Phantom, Forest, and double Gravedigger Ghoul. Gravedigger Ghoul could actually find some use, because there are many decks that use graveyards, but I mean, even if we hinder a play, it's not gonna do us any good. A Mountain, Remove Trap, 2 of those. These are, I guess, decent, and a Source of Revealing Light. Those can be used to actually do something, but I mean, I'm not really hopeful. Double Yami, double Dragon Capture Jar, because we don't even have enough decent cards to put them in, so if we run into some dragons, maybe these help, I don't know. And our only removal card, 2-pronged attack, -3, or I guess -2 in card economy. It's horrendous. It's pretty bad. I mean, we can't even get 2 monsters to seek onto the field, let alone draw a 2-pronged attack at that exact situation, but I guess it might come in handy, I don't know. As for our extra deck, it's just random stuff. I might put it in, I might not, I don't know. I mean, I can't think off the top of my head if it matters or not, so Let's get into our 5 games of the week. Our first game is up against the zombies and we win the dice roll, but we opt to go second because we really don't have any going first place whatsoever. Now our opponent bricks pretty badly. He opens up a glow up bloom, a swallow slash, a solemn judgment and double rivalry. And at this point I'm thinking I might be up against some paleo or some ultrageists or something trap based, so I'm seeing this Reaper of the cards and thinking that it might be able to do stuff if we can get it onto the field, but honestly, yeah, I'm not expecting much at this point. So I'm just gonna set Mystical Elf, pass. He's gonna draw into the Ash and pass. We set a Beaver Warrior, pass, and he summons a Mizuki. Now he will use Swallow Slash to tribute his own Mizuki and pop our 2 set monsters, and there goes our advantage. He will also banish Shiranui Solitaire from his deck. So now he passes the turn, we draw into Gravedigger's Ghoul. We will use it to banish the Mizuki so he doesn't get the effect, but that's pretty much all we can do. So we set a 13th Grave and pass. Now he draws into another Judgment, and at this point this is really sad to look at. We draw a Dragon Capture Jar, which is basically useless in this matchup, so I'll just tribute the Grave and set Reaper of the cards. He draws another Ash. This is really good for us, but honestly we couldn't even get over the Ash if he set it in defense, so yeah, we can't do much. I draw into Urabi, flip the Reaper of the cards, destroy his set card, which basically does nothing for him. I activate Yami to boost my Reaper, and I just decide to check what his set monster is. Now that was pretty decent for us, honestly, because he cannot special summon the Belladroke, but he can add it to his hand. And we destroyed one monster just like that. Now maybe I should have summoned Urabi, but honestly I wasn't even sure what I was doing at this point. So he banishes the Bloom to add the Belladroke and passes. Now he draws a Banshee here and it has 1800 attack, so we literally can't get over it in this deck unless we summon the Gaia somehow, but yeah, at this point it's looking pretty grim. So he destroys the Reaper, passes, we set a Starfish, and he finally draws a starter. Now he activates Unizombie, increase its level, send from the deck, discard the Belladroke, send the Mizuki, links into Vampire Sucker, uses the effect of Sucker, summons the Grave, draws a card, all that good stuff. Summons the Belladroke with Mizuki and activates Zombie World. Now, he never used, I don't think he ever used the Belladroke effect to banish one of my monsters, which was actually very good for me, but honestly I couldn't have done much either way. So he draws into another starter, uses Unizombie, summons another Belladroke, summons Starfish for me, draws a card, but doesn't banish anything, which is pretty weird, honestly, considering he has 2 Belladrokes. Activates Monster Reborn, must be nice. I wish we got one of those, but maybe next episode. And summons the Stardust Dragon. Now look at this, Dragon Capture Jar. If only it wasn't a zombie Stardust. Oh well, maybe next game. So he destroys all of our monsters, declares direct attacks, and do we die? I don't think we do. Yeah, we live actually. And we set a Spirit of the Harp, which is even more pathetic because we have Yami in the field and it lowers the defense of all fairies by 200. So yeah, it's an 1800 defense monster. It gets easily destroyed and he gets to win the duel. Well, that went pretty terribly, but we got to destroy one monster, so that's something, I guess. Let's see if we can do better next time. Our next game is up against Ogdoadic, and to be honest, I wasn't playing Yu-Gi-Oh in the last couple months, so I have no idea what the deck does. The only thing I do know is that it works really well with Snake Rain, so I guess we'll see what we can do against it. So we go second again, because we can't do anything going first. And he of course opens up Snake Rain and double Alistair the Invoker, so yeah, and Called by the Grave for good measure. So he makes King of the Feral Imps, and then does some graveyard stuff. I literally have no idea what that does. I mean, he searched that, so and then he makes a Cross Sheep and a Makaba and gets the Alistair back, and then summons one from the graveyard, I think, or maybe from the deck. I mean, honestly, the only thing that matters here is his end board and the fact that Urabi kills his Verte, and that's game. Yeah, he just uses Dragoon, pops Urabi, attacks for game. Really easy, so yeah, no such luck this time. No winning for us yet. We did 1000 damage and popped an Anaconda. I'm happy about the outcome, honestly. Okay, so our next game is up against Chaos, and Modern Chaos is actually pretty terrifying if it gets to go first. And of course, if he wins the rock, paper, scissors, he will choose to go first, and if he doesn't, we'll let him go first. And yeah, you can pretty much guess how this goes. He opens up with Raiden, Hand of the Lightsworn, activates its effects, milling 2 cards. Then he quits, of course. He mills Chaos Creator, he mills Gold Sark, and he has nothing in hand. Nothing. And we can't even get over the Raiden, but no one tell him that. He thought we were a competent deck. He didn't even see that we didn't have the extra deck. So that's our first Rage Quit, guys. Let's go! Game of the week is up against Thunder Dragons, or should I say Armed Thunder Dragons. In this game I'm playing the extra deck because I'm just flip-flopping. I mean, I can't use it for anything, but it might be an intimidation factor, but then again, with 8 cards I don't think it really can be. He opens up a bunch of cards, but nothing really too great. I mean, I guess he has Armed Dragon Flash. And he starts off by activating 2 of them, but that's only once per turn, so I just tell him that he cannot do that, and he summons the level 3 Armed Dragon, setting 2 back row and passing. Now finally we can summon the 13th Grave, saving that Skull Redbird by the way, and we can beat over the Armed Dragon. Now in main phase 2 we'll set a Dragon Capture Jar. Yeah guys, I told you it could come in clutch. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so he draws for turn, he draws into a Lightning Storm, he activates the other Thunder, then he summons level 3, finally decides to not save the Ash, he uses its effect, tributing itself, and he summons out a level 5. Now he uses the effect of level 3 and he draws a card, I do believe. Then he activates the spell and summons another one from the deck. Now, to be perfectly honest, I haven't played against this deck and I was just skimming over the text of the card, so if he is cheating I do apologize, but I don't believe it really matters. So he has double level 5s. He enters the battle phase and we activate the Dragon Capture Jar. Let's go! Get countered. So yeah, the Dragon Capture Jar actually did come in clutch. Who would have thought? So now what happens? We can't beat over the 17,000 booty. So we'll just set the Giant Soldier of Stone, passing, he draws into an Ash, that does nothing, he attempts to illegally activate Lightning Storm again. And yeah, he can't really do much, I guess. I mean, depending on what this card does, but yeah, Dragon Capture Jar, get countered. But if we don't draw into our Gaia the Fierce Knight, we can't beat over those, so yeah, it's kind of a grindy game, I guess. Now he attempts to go into Nightmare Phoenix, but I remember that it needs to use two monsters with different names, and he used two monsters with the same name. So yeah, I make him discard for cost because I forgot about that, honestly. But yeah, okay, he adds back the Lightning Storm he discarded. We can't do anything but set cards. Boy, if we had Link monsters, we would have done amazing. But no, when he draws into an Artillery Catapult Cannon, but he could have normal summoned Ash, I guess, and done the same play either way. So yeah, he goes into Phoenix, discards a card, pops the Dragon Capture Jar. We now activate Swords of Revealing Light. We are really stalling this one out. Now he decides to banish two level 5s to summon the level 10. He thought that he couldn't do it, but I think he can. I don't remember it this time. And now I draw into Gaia the Fierce Knight. Damn, too little too late. Well, I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter. Now I misread Forest. I repeat, I misread Forest here. Look at the second row. I see warrior monsters on the field gain 200 attack and defense. So I was thinking I could get some extra damage in, but then I see this. Yeah, no extra damage for me. So okay, I'll destroy the Phoenix. I guess it's something. And then he summons the level 3, goes into a level 5, draws a card, searches the white one. Then I guess he summons another white one. I don't know why he banished everything here, but it doesn't really matter. He declares attack with white, destroys a card, destroys the Gaia, destroys another one, and it's game over from here. I don't even think we can get over a monster. But yeah, we just draw double Yami and Reaper. So yeah, not really great. We did like some damage and we stalled with Dragon Capture Jar, so that was fun. 14,000 damage dealt. 4 monsters destroyed. We are doing great so far, and we still have one more game to go. Final game of the week is up against Cloudians. Now, as always, we decide to go second because we have no idea what in fresh hell are we facing. And he opens up with a Foolish Burial, so I'm thinking I'm done here, but then he sends a Cloudian Smoke Ball. And if you didn't know, Cloudians have this neat effect where they are destroyed if they are in defense position, and they cannot be destroyed while in face-up attack position. But that means that we can beat over them and deal some quality damage. So let's see how this goes. He sends the Smoke Ball, summons the Acid Cloud. Acid Cloud has the effect where if he has 2 fog counters, he can remove them to destroy one spell or trap card on the field, and when you normal summon it, you get a fog counter on him. So the most important part to take away from this is the fact that he has only 500 attacks, so we can just summon a Witty Phantom, equip it with the Dark Energy equip spell, and boom, attack. And look at this, we did 1200 damage, guys, 1200 damage. Then he summons Debris Dragon, and Debris Dragon can only be use the synchro material for a dragon. And look at what we have set. Oh yeah, it's getting wild in here. So he activates the Debris Dragon, summons up the Smoke Ball. I have no idea what he's gonna use it for. I was thinking he was maybe gonna use it for Link plays, but no, he goes into Samsara, Dragon of Rebirth, and it has 26,000 defense, 2600, pardon me. So yeah, we can't beat over that, like ever at all. Maybe 2-pronged attack. He banishes the Smoke Ball, summons the Storm Dragon. Storm Dragon uses its effect, gives Acid Cloud another counter. Acid Cloud uses its effect, removing 2 counters, destroying Dark Energy. But we can still beat over the Acid Cloud. So I summon Urabi and go for it. I attack with Urabi, quickly dealing 1000 and then attacking with a Witty Phantom again for another 900 damage. That's all we can do for now. I'm opting to save swords for if we get hard pressed. But yeah, we are doing pretty fine. We did 3100 damage already. He uses the Storm Dragon, giving a counter to his Acid Cloud, and summon the Atlas. Now, Atlas can be used to hand loop, and he can loop one card from my hand already because he has 3 Cloudians, including himself, but he loops Reaper of the Cards, which was basically worthless at this point. So I summoned Skull Redbird and attack with a Witty Phantom. Then I attack with Urabi. Then I attack with Skull Redbird, and look at this. Our opponent is at 1950. We are so close. One more turn and we're gonna win this. And no, we're not. He tops decks Sanctuary in the Sky, which, if you didn't know, makes all the battle damage the controller of a fairy monster takes from a battle involving that monster to 0. So yeah, he activates it. We have no spell removal apart from Armed Ninja, and we don't draw the Armed Ninja, so yeah, we can't really do much. I mean, he summons Ecclesia. That's lovely. Great. He adds Nadir. He can't add Nadir, so he adds Punishment. And yeah, it's Depression series now. It's bad. It's really bad. I mean, at least we can attack over Ecclesia. But yeah, he links all 5 of the monsters and makes Underworld Goddess of the Closed World or whatever. But yeah, I get countered. 4+ effect monsters can't use mine. Hey, let's go! LOB is the best set ever. So yeah, I just use Gravedigger Ghoul for literally no reason and activate Yami to boost his Underworld Goddess, because I'm an idiot. But yeah, so again, he summons Acid Cloud, he summons Storm Dragon. Storm Dragon uses its effect, giving him a counter. Then he uses Acid Cloud and destroys my Swords of Revealing Light, while Punishment destroys everything else. And now look at this. He attacks with the Storm Dragon to destroy Urabi. I send him to the graveyard, he declares another attack, but then I remember. Yami, also all fairy monsters on the field lose 200 attack and defense. So yeah, he has that effect. Urabi has 800 defense. Clouding Storm Dragon is a fairy, so we actually do live another turn. We don't take as much damage, but if we can't remove Sanctuary in the Sky, we can't really do anything to win. And now he summons Maximus. Now let me read Maximus for a second. You can activate this effect, send 2 monsters with different names from your extra deck to the graveyard. Also, your opponent sends 2 monsters from their extra deck to the graveyard. So, if I didn't have any, would he be able to summon Maximus? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter much at this point. It's a spellcaster, and I think I forgot to give him his 200 boost from Yami here. Yeah, I did. But, I mean, as you can imagine, it didn't matter much. Oh, look, I cheated. Oh, sorry. Okay, this destroy does not count here. I crashed Urabi into Maximus, but what should have happened is Urabi dying, because Maximus should have been at 1700. Okay, we'll not count that as a destruction. And that should wrap it up. Actually, it could have been a close game if I had the removal for the Sanctuary, but what can you do? You win some and you lose almost all of them. Well guys, this is it. This is the end of the first ever episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Depression series. I sincerely apologize for my editing skills. Before this, I never ever edited anything in my entire life. But you can probably tell that already. Hopefully I'll be able to get better in the following episode. If you at all enjoyed the idea or the content that was presented to you, do consider subscribing, because according to my YouTube analytics, none of you are subscribed. Also, please like the video, because it'll help us get more boosters in the next episode. And see you guys next time. Bye.